Okay, we're going to be reading an article today about hares and rabbits, and I want you to remember your criteria. The expectation today from all of the teachers is that you listen at least 3 times. The first listen is always going to be once for flow and just getting the understanding of the story, the text. The second is for main idea. What is this mostly talking about? This one might be a little tricky today. Listen close. Okay. The third is that you want to then listen another time for 2 key details. You can listen, once for 1 key detail, once for another, or you can kind of pause as you go, write 1 key detail down, continue listening, write another. At that point, once you've got your main idea and 2 key details, you can make sure you have your 3-sentence summary written. If you kind of write as you go, then you're already probably there, but make sure you also have your sentence starters. I want you to keep in mind that a lot of time we use a sentence starter for our evidence that says, like, the text says or the text states. Well, we're not actually looking at a text today. We're looking at an audio file. So you may want to say the audio states, the recording states. You can even say the source, because source could be anything, a movie, an article, an interview with somebody, a text. It could be anything. So you could use that. But you don't want to say the text says, because we don't have a text in front of us, right? Okay, keep that in mind. You can also say things like the evidence is, because that's not telling you where the evidence is from per se, but just think about as you're writing those sentence starters, what makes sense, right? All right, this one's a little long, so listen close. Have you ever heard of a hare? No, not the hair on your head. Hares are critters that are close relatives of rabbits. Okay, so here's a hare and here's a rabbit. Hare, rabbit, jackrabbit type of hare. They belong to the same animal family. Okay, hares and rabbits belong to the same animal family. One example of a hare that you may have heard of is the jackrabbit, which is a hare, not a rabbit, despite its name. Since hares and rabbits are members of the same family, there are many ways that rabbits and hares are alike. First, both are mammals that twitch their noses when using their excellent sense of smell. Secondly, both are nocturnal, meaning they are most active from dusk until dawn. Their large eyes help them see in the dark. Third, rabbits and hares are alike in what they eat. They are plant eaters, also known as herbivores. They like eating grass, herbs, twigs, and bark, and they also love tasting things in people's gardens. So that was talking about how they're similar, right? Now let's look at some of the ways rabbits and hares are different. One of the biggest differences between rabbits and hares is their babies. Rabbit babies, called kits or kittens, isn't that funny? Have no fur and are born with their eyes closed. This means they are helpless, need a lot of care from their mothers. Hare babies, called leverets, are furry and born with their eyes open. Within just a few hours of being born, leverets are up and hopping around and exploring. While both rabbits and hares have large ears, hare ears are usually larger, as we can see. Hares also have longer hind legs. Rabbits can move quickly, but hares can move even faster. Okay, a lot of information. So go back. What's the main idea? Okay, what is the focus of this article? The whole thing. Think about what is it focused on? Get specific. Then you want to prove it with your 2 key details. And then you're going to make sure you have that 3-sentence summary with your sentence starters. Good luck.